Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon and this is Timberborn, continuing our playthrough, of course, our beautiful beavers from Beaverpool. And we set off last time to finish up our farming area, which we've done. We'll keep an eye on it. We may need to tweak a few things. For instance, I think we got enough potatoes coming in, for instance, to keep our roast potatoes going. We may also need some more sunflower seeds area as well. We've also got a few things to finish up. For instance, we have cattails and wheat, but we do not yet have any form of grind mills to be turning it all into flour. We are, however, also going to be looking at some more beautification today. Let's go and throw that down. Let's get our first monument out. I mean, this is where you want a farmer's monument. Second, is he facing the right way? Yes, he is. Let's go and unlock that farmer's monument. That's one little detail. I want to come up and just decorate this this observation post. I want to get a couple of weather vanes on the go, but what I'm going to do is put them slightly up on platforms. I want to let's unlock the hedge. Keep these bits open so the beavers can keep getting down there. We'll put some hedges around here and then we'll put something in here. I am thinking now, I'm thinking a couple of beavers. Go. That is our observation post. Going to be nicely decorated. Wait, although I have to wait on those because, of course, we still need to get around the back. But those nicely decorated. We're going to get... Oh, nice little bit of saving jump there. We're going to get... Where am I? I massively turned everything around. We're going to get our first monument online. It's not going to be a huge happiness boost because obviously only the people ever coming down here will get that slight tick from the boost, but it's, you know, going to be a fair few people. I wish to turn on a smelter. I'm going to turn off an explosives factory. We're not using our explosives at the moment, so they can just keep ticking up, as can our metal. So we're going to do that little bit of decoration. This episode, there's not going to be any singular kind of focus. There's a few little bits and bobs that I do want to get done. I also want to, which is not going to be the fastest thing. It's kind of going to be a little bit of a background thing. I do want to finish plugging up some bad water. Now, of course, I made the little alternative, pathing for this bad water, but I'm also just going to go and get rid of it completely. Let water, bad water dome, that'd be the one. Let's go and block that up eventually as well. That'll all get that blocked up. Now, there's a few bad water drains, it's bad tide drains, I should say, that I still do need to deal with, but obviously the more of these we plug up, eventually the greener we can make the map. One of the other ones I need to do is this one up here, but I'm kind of procrastinating about turning this on, if I'm perfectly honest, and turning these off. So we will get to that. We'll switch it over and then we'll block this up, which will also continue to dry out a lot of this area. And then we've just got one more over here, I believe. And then we'll get that plugged up as well. We chucked down a couple of houses at the end of the last episode. And so we should slowly be increasing our beaver population to keep covering what we need it to cover. We also extended our wind farm a smidge. Not that we needed to in the slightest. I mean, none of these have lost even an iota of power. And I've got so many batteries here. Let's just say power is not going to be a problem. Let's just continue to extend that. I can probably do this pretty much in real time, to be honest. No, no, I can't. Can I? Surely I... Ah, no, of course, yes, they're all still busy doing this. Oh, no, they built that. I lied. We're done. I'll come back to that in a minute. And so, one of the other points I want to do is, of course, I now need to get my grist mills on the go. They do require power. Oh, hang on as well. I'm going to turn on my paper factory because we're almost out of paper. So if I want to keep expanding my wind farm, not for any particular functional reason, just to finish decorating this little side of the mountain with my wind farms, then I am going to need more paper. So we'll turn that back on. And like I said, we need to get my grist mills on the go. Now, there's not really any alternative power sources anywhere nearby, unfortunately. So it is kind of all coming off my wind farm. Now, as to where I want my wind farms to be, sorry, not my wind farms, my grist mills, I'm thinking maybe something around here. I'm thinking I dig a nice hole. Let's chop down the terrain a little bit. Okay, so that's that level, but that is that level. So we can't quite go directly across, but we can. I believe this needs everything I have. Yep, it does. This would be coming... Yes, that's what I want. Yes, unlock me my tunnel. Oh, I do need to be careful. I'm gonna come down already. And I should be very much... But then what it's saying is... Right, so then I'm gonna have to kind of go down. Kind of would like them. Now let's bring my full map back. Down here, I'm thinking. Although, no, well, up here isn't too bad, but we don't really have direct links. We're gonna have to join this up, which is not a terrible thing. Let's go and do that joining right now. Go ahead and do this joining. Reach a population of 100 beavers. Huzzah! We have 100 beavers. So this will be joined. Nice, a continuous loop. So yes, I do want them to... out of here. Let's that back down. Tunnels go up by a full 10. And I need to get to there in line with these basically. We'll take about there. Right, so what we'll do is we'll carve into here. We shall drop it down by a couple of levels. And we'll line it up with here. It's you've got the tiny, tiny little explosions going on as they keep burying themselves through the mountain. Let us make sure that they can make it all the way. Yeah, that should help get them through the tunnel. Be able to throw down a couple more pieces of hedge. Oh, we'll be able to get both of those in now. And so yeah, we'll get that put down here. Now we still have some potatoes, and our grilled potatoes are increasing. Sunflower seeds, not really too much, to be honest. We potentially could do with more sunflower seeds. That's not a problem. Let's make another little sunflower seed farm on this area. We'll make it a good size bigger than this one, I think. Let's hit that efficient farmhouse. Have it come straight off here. And then let us plant up our sunflower seeds. Yeah, we'll go and put the sunflower seeds in there. Again, our population is still going to be on the slow increase, which is fine. So all the jobs I'm making should eventually get filled. I mean, I'm not panicking. There's no way of panic going on anymore. Food is good. Water is good. There's no need to worry about things. We'll keep them going nice and easy, so to say. Woo, my beavers do good work. Keep that all nice and linked up. Because it's also quite close to my resource center, so that's obviously going to help. You can see as soon as an explosion happens, 5 beavers suddenly run out and get to blowing up the next part. And then let's... a little bit of last decorations up here. I think I've got some spare beavers on the go. Too far from a district and cannot be reached. We can go and solve that one. And then let's come back underground here. Very nice, very nice. So we're down to here. We want to go down, I believe, 2. Go and blow that up, and then we'll look to join it onto here, which this is no longer too far from a district center. And then so also to complete the decoration, let's go and put our picket fence along here. Mark off the boundary of the farm, you know? Eight jobs missing. It's several jobs. Ooh, should look at that. We're actually managing to use up some wood. We've got this whole extra logging industry ready to go, though. So I'm not worried if my log seems to be a little bit flagging. Because I am... yeah, I am definitely ready to go on that one. Did I do that correctly? I think so. Yeah, I believe I did, and I've actually managed to magically line it up as well, so definitely no complaints there. Taping. Have you guys continue to tunnel? This one's not going quite so long because the path is a little bit longer and a little bit less done each day. That'll join that up. And that'll allow me to get some gears coming out here. Of course, the gear building will, of course, also be very painful. Because, you know, we're going to build in one piece of gear at a time. We'll get that coming out here. We'll get that kind of splitting off. We'll leave this road, so to say, as is. And then we're going to want some grist mills. Oh, I want 3 grist mills. I want one here. I want one here. And I want one here. Of course, we'll pause all these buildings so we've got our power coming out, joining into these. Yes, we'll get these 3 gristmills on the go. 2 for wheat flour, 1 for cattail flour. And then we're going to need to get our bakeries on the go. Once again, does not need those any form of power or anything. Yeah, we'll have 1 for bread, 1 for cattail crackers, 1 for maple pastries. And all I can say is Udila maple pastry. I could crush one of those right now. Just a nice bit of baked goods. A nice bit of maple syrup woven into it. Ooh, sounds delightful. We'll have that on the go. We can go ahead and pause these buildings. Let's continue to allow them. There. Pause that building. Alright, so that will be, I think, all of our foods online. Ah, grilled chestnuts. Right, that's been planted. That can be removed. That can be removed. So that will have been planted. This one can be switched up for a tapper's shack. That's what I said. Yeah, that will be. Let's hit a beaver. Let's. Let's get a beaver. And so yes, grilled chestnuts will be coming online. Bread, cattail crackers, and maple pastries. That will be full nutrition going on. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely beautiful, I tell you. Right, so that'll be that basically. So then after that, I mean, yeah, that'll be food maxed, so to say. That'll be water. Kind of just need to keep getting the rest of the stuff on the go. Now, I do at some point need to make sure we get a mine here on the go. I'm not too fussed about that quite yet. Oh, nice. We have capped this off already. That's gonna be, look at that, look at that. Now beautiful blue water only coming down here. So that is that nicely capped off. Like I said, we do have a couple of drains which we will get to, but yeah, we will have to get over to those. Let's mark it up for cool. Singular then? Yes. Don't need a permeable floor on that one. Get it so we can get our way up there. Whoops. And then we just need to, like I said, that's a path. Not the most efficient building, but again, I got builders kind of sat around being like, hey, give me something to do. It's like, hey, there's something to do. That's going to be that blocked off. I believe there is, yes, another one just up here. Let's... that one blocked off as well. That will, in essence, nicely tidy up this side of the map. And a pair of impermeable floors. Don't think they can come back diagonally, so I'm not too worried about that. And then the easiest way would come from this direction. So let's that off in there. Put the path down in the right place. Gets us up there, and then just need to... Yeah, sure, let's just do 2 doubles. Whilst I'm going... Alright, look at that, just beautifully works out. Of course, all completely planned from the start. Yes, we'll just have that nice stairway going up there, and blocking that off. We're also working towards that. And so like I said, that will in essence be this corner of the map, all bad tide solutioned. Then of course we just have to move on to the other corners of the map. This one is kind of clean anyway. It's just this source here that's polluting it. And this one is already done, I believe. I've blocked that off there. There's nothing else. There are no other sources in this direction. That will in essence be this half of the map down the bottom all finished up. Why have you... turned back on? That was odd. I never turned you back on. Unless I missed something earlier. Let's have a look down here. Oh, still going, still going. Okay, let's make sure they can keep going. Go. Yourselves going in there. Okay, and we're getting sunflower seeds in now. We have grilled potatoes. We have grilled spatterdock. We have carrots. And of course we have berries, which are just the backup. Nice, nice, and nice again. Alright, something... Ooh, do I need to start worrying about my logging industry? We have 5 beavers who are bored, so... Wow, do I still have a guy up here who just sits around and stares at trees all day. Let's unpause those two. What I would also like to do is sort out some kind of new storage area. And what I also really actually need to do is get some kind of dirt industry on the go. Now... Let us have a look. I'm thinking in here. Fine with here. Gonna be a little bit difficult. That's gonna block off the pathing. Easy place for it to be, where we can get a nice bit of a power cable to it. Yeah, nicely blocked off at the bottom. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Where do I run? What I was thinking is something. I'm gonna build this with a little bit of a gap. Need one more, that's fine. I was thinking something. Along these lines, and like I said, the only thing would be getting the power out there, which I could do. I could kind of do through the water here. That wouldn't be too much of a problem. It would be mostly hidden underwater. We could easily do something like... You know, this path is no longer needed. This... mean extending this one more. And I think it's 5 wide, but let me just double check. Been a while since I've built one of these. Yes, 5 wide. I mean, you could argue against muddying up the water, but can I say, lucky that's not an in-game effect. That will come into there. That will come into there. Let's delete this off for now. And put those 2 into there. Yep, should be able to reach that. But then again, let's actually turn that off. Let's finish these platforms first. And then let's also give them a second way to build so they can build twice as fast. Then we'll get our dirt extractor on the go. And of course, then we're going to need storage for dirt. Like I said, I need to figure out a nice bit of large storage area. I haven't really got that one planned out, to be honest. I could easily build it up here. And then once I get rid of this, bring this all a lot closer. Use this area for storage, linked into this zipline station. Because as you can see, it's very easily to get there. If I was to do a thing, remember we've got nice 3x3 grids. What could we do? 1, 2, 3. Renaissance road there. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Renaissance be a nice road there. Could easily be done. Build a platform for the station. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could push it one further out on the front. Because then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Three, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. That just placed in there. Have the station just in here. And have storage going either way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's fine. Yep, that'll go to the door. 3. That doesn't actually, that's not needed. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can count higher than this, I promise. 3. 3. 1, 2. And I could even then extend it to the left or to the right. In essence, what I would want to do is that would allow me to and then yep, one there. I would need 2 bits just in there, because then that will allow me to get into there. Nice. And that will be my storage solution. That build out to there. Yep, we need to keep this up because that needs to be built from this side. And I suppose it may just be time. Get this a little bit more linked up. We're not going to build that last piece just yet. And then, like I said, relocate this down here as well, which will involve also That because of the wires, that's fine. Bad water. That will be for, say, bad water again. And something else I would love to do is get another large water container up here. So let's work on that as well. What we would need is a couple of points here. Got 3. Wait. We need 1, 2, 3. We need to blow a few things up. That'll give us the rest of the space. That clocks in. I like how I just ignore all forms of like drought, bad tide, etc, etc. Like it doesn't even seem to worry me anymore. That's almost finished. That's good. How's this one looking? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. We've got the nice stairway on the go. That'll be these 2 bad tide bits nicely plugged in. Let's have a look, shall we? At what we've got going down here for our power shaft. Keep trying to remember to focus on that. We'll get that slowly put in as well. Right, we've got quite a bit of construction on the go. Little bits and bobs left and right. Nothing to do within range. Oh, I clearly have not marked these trees for the chop. Let us just, because I don't know why, but it does kind of just bug me. Slightly clean up. I can't help it, it does just mildly, very mildly bug me. Okay, done. Right, so now they've got stuff to do. Now we're also getting some wood logs in here to help with this. Gives them a bit less of a, most of them a bit less of a run path. Get a large tank in here, which will be for water. How much is the large tank fighting in? 12? Yes, 12. So that, you know, that does replace 3 of these. But I would like to keep some of our large tanks down here, basically. I think I will replace these with 2. Well, I want to get, I want to keep at least a couple of large tanks down here, but can I put them a little bit better? There's a question. There's a question indeed. And of course, we've got to hold this area to keep decorating as well. Let's do that. I know I at least want shrub to finish off the side of the building. As for what goes behind, well, that's anybody's guess. Could be a myriad of things. A nice cheeky monument, maybe. Problem is it will be off center, and that drives me insane. I could put one in each corner. That would work. Then which way should it face? Back towards the community? I feel like back towards the community is the answer. And we have people looking for jobs? We do. Get the rest of you haulers in there because I feel like that's strongly, strongly needed. And so is more population. But I've kind of blocked this all off, haven't I? I have kind of gone and blocked this all off and kind of closed it up. So, that is a bit of a problem. I'm going to unpause both of those two because our logging industry is looking a little bit funky. We are doing we're doing a lot of building. We'll get that in there. Then staircase to another level. I feel like tiered housing, although it would be very, very convenient and good for me. Like it's not the folktales way. So I am gonna have to figure out some kind of accommodation to come up with next. Nice, yeah, sure. You just sit in there. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna figure out something to do about that. Let's keep doing this whilst I also continue to do everything else. So yeah, we've basically done odd jobs everywhere for today's episode. We've decorated our observatory area. We need to really decorate this area as well because it's ugly. Quite frankly, it's an eyesore. We need to decorate that. We've continued to keep finishing off our farming area. That's all looking really good. You are waiting to grill those chestnuts. Don't worry, we'll get those to you soon. How long do we get a chestnut? Oh, another 3 days. So we'll get those coming in just soon. Do you know, I'm going to go and pause this guy again. I'm hoping my blueberries are no longer needed. And yeah, expanded our housing. Planned, but not yet started to build our future storage area just off the back of our industrial area. New well-being, high score, absolutely fantastic. What did I do? Oh, this has just come in, that's why. We should get even more well-being when this one just finishes as well. Yep, our new logging industry is online. We're getting the power shaft built. Like I said, it's a lot of little bitty things that do need doing. And hopefully, how are we doing? We should have finished this one because that one was almost done. Yep, that's almost done. And we've gone and finished this one. So now this corner of the map, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be completely bad tide free as soon as the evaporation finishes off. So we will have to look about getting that all the more green as well. But yeah, that is now going to be bad tide free. And oh, we're in a drought. So during normal times, this should come down here and work pretty well. I think I maybe won't want to block this off. That would come down here, and that would just help this pool. And then I just need somehow to get water flowing all down here. We do have a couple of, I think there's a couple of aquifers up here. Oh no, I lied. There's some aquifers somewhere. We've got one in here. Is that underwater? No, but that can do a job. Were they up here? Oh, they were up here, in fact. So if we can get those two online, we can be doing really well. Nice. Nice. Wellbeing high score is now up to 30. That was a nice little boost. We've gone up from, what was it, 22 to 30. Mostly from these two monuments. And then next episode, when we finish off these little details, we should be able to go up to maybe 35 from the rest of the food industry coming online. Our grilled chestnuts, our bread, our cattail crackers, and our maple pastries. I still do need to get the bakeries up and running for those as well. Potential to put the bakeries right opposite the grist mills. I think are they called grist mills? They're not called grind mills, are they? Yeah, grist mills. Potential to put them directly opposite right there. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we've it's been an odd job day, but we've made a nice bit of progress. And if we come down here, let us, with that one now online, let us just finish the episode by getting these ready to go. We'll drain these of water. And we're going to be doing some refilling. Demolish these down. Let's get a couple of these big ones on there. And then we'll do a bit more tidying up. Well-being score high 31. We're still climbing, folks. We're still climbing. Happy beavers are the way forward. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us to the end of the episode. Next episode, we're going to have to attempt to solve a housing problem because we still need more beavers and we still have capacity for many, many more beavers. So we're going to have to figure out more of our housing solutions. And so until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed it. And until I see you again, no matter where that may be, I hope you can all stay safe, happy, and healthy.